This could easily be a car that comes straight from the hard drive of some high-tech video game. It's a digital, data-infused sensory overload, dripping with parlour tricks and electronic treats.
So when it came to driving it, I thought I'd do some intensive research. The GTR really is a gizmotronic super show. And with all the technology on board, you can see why I'd be worried about it being more like a digital interpretation of the real thing than actually having the emotion of driving a fast car.
On paper, the GTR seems like a cyber circus, robotic and cold, too clinical to deliver the sensation of a true supercar. But this car has a dark secret, and it's not about to give it up easily.
Okay, so the story goes something like this. From day one, Nissan had this car in mind to beat the 911 Turbo around the famous Nürburgring track in Germany. Now, they take this car to 10 besquillion laps of Nürburgring in testing and finally proclaim to the world that they've actually not only beaten the 911 Turbo, but beaten its bigger motorsport brother, the GT2.
And from that, Nissan claimed to have created a supercar killer. A ninja that prowls the streets at night, hunting down its prey and leaving a trail of bolts in its wake. It's even claimed that Nissan bought a 911 Turbo just so they could slice it up and find ways to beat it. But the more I think about it, the more it bugs me. Something just doesn't add up.
How can a car that's heavier, with less power, with smaller tyres, and have a higher centre of gravity actually beat something like a Porsche GT2? It just doesn't add up. There's more to this story than we probably know.
Beneath the stealth-like skin of this $150,000 automotive samurai is a twin-turbo 3.8-litre V6 with 353 kilowatts. But there are rumours it's actually more powerful than Nissan is suggesting, and it's taken years to conjure and refine all this marvellous wizardry. Its LCD computer display delivers the sort of telemetry that fighter pilots would use, things like G-force and yaw rates. And it's this information the computer uses to constantly adjust the suspension and all-wheel drive system.
Yes, mate, it's a real GDR. That's the real problem with having one of these cars. It's the absolute doof-doof magnet of the world. You just got every bloke with a subwoofer or a fiberglass wing wanting to run you at every set of lights. Really got to love manga cartoons to love the look of this thing, though, I've got to say. It looks a bit like a flattened shark or a catfish or some sort of bottom-dwelling fish.
So, if this is Godzilla reprised, where is the monster hiding? I needed a stretch of road, private, controlled, and, like the Nürburgring, closed to the public, so I could drive this car and discover some truths. I had a feeling tomorrow was going to be a very interesting day. This is the mid-north coast. Out here, there's a 13-kilometre stretch of brand new freeway. Running parallel to the old Pacific Highway, this piece of concrete is the latest stage of an ongoing upgrade. And today, it's all mine. Oh. Look at that. That is awesome.
If you're looking for bang for your buck, this car is without peer. You've got to remember, it's cheaper than an M3, but it goes faster than a Ferrari. I mean, I really think the key to the success of this car is that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. Not that the parts are bad or anything, but it's so rare that the mechanical and electronic sides of things mesh so seamlessly. And that's what I reckon makes this one of the world's greatest cars.
There is one aspect of this car that's just like a computer game, and that's this lateral G page. It's actually my favourite page. Once you've actually got 1G out of it, say, the next time round you want to beat your high score, so you want to see if you can do 1.2G. Yes, you get a red light when you hit 1G, that's great.
For the record, this car didn't come from Nissan. The International Motor Group imported it and just happened to leave the keys in it. Convenient? Yes. But it also means it's not speed limited either, which is why I could clock 250 k's plus.
This car really is defiant. It defies the economist, because how the hell can you get so much performance for only 150 or 60 grand? It defies the laws of physics, as it would seem, with a car that's got less power and more weight than its opposition, yet it goes around a racetrack faster than it's supposed to. And it really does defy the critics, because this car is not the cold, clinical, robotic experience you think it would be. It's actually an organic, natural, mechanical car. It feels wonderful to drive. I just love it.